Hey guys, I'm Lynnie with Sunflower Spirit Tarot, and I'm here with a message for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any other significant placements. If you have not already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of this month, and I think I can do it, but I do need your help. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. And to all of my returning sunflowers, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you. I'm grateful for your love and your support. I've already shuffled your cards and pulled your spread. So let's just get started. Let's jump right on into it. I'm going to go through all the cards just to show you what the spread looks like, and then I'm going to talk about the story that I see here. We start the reading with the Devil card. Handsome Devil came to mind when the card originally came out. So you might be dealing with somebody who is very attractive or somebody that you find very attractive, like intoxicating or something like that. The Devil card obviously represents addictions, obsessions, things that are negative and inherently unhealthy for you. And it's in the past position. So if it's going to be anywhere, that's where we want it to be. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. We're talking about investments, gratitude. We're talking about wealth and taking your time. We have the Knight of Cups here. This is obviously a very romantic card. It looks so romantic, doesn't it? With the knight on top of his loyal steed, and he's like bringing this cup, you know, is it full or is it empty? That's the thing. That's the question that I always ask with the Knight of Cups. Is it full or is it empty? I think the first time I ever saw that was in the Modern Witch Tarot deck. Anyway, is it full or is it empty? The Ten of Wands, which is an energy of overwhelm, exhaustion, and coming to the end of something. It's like knowing you're almost done with something, and it's just the hardest it's ever going to be because you're almost at that finish line. It's like being almost done, like running a marathon or something. You're the most exhausted you're ever going to be, but you're about to be so accomplished once you cross that finish line, right? We have the Two of Cups. Love this card. I love this deck. This is my Afro Anime Tarot deck. The Two of Cups is talking about seeing someone eye to eye. We're talking about reciprocity and real, genuine intimacy and connection and romantic relationship with this Two of Cups. We have the Five of Pentacles, an energy of poverty, scarcity, lack, even lack mindset. Okay, financial issues, worries, and troubles, and things like that. We have the Ace of Swords, confirmation, clarity, communication, that sort of energy, the inspiration, the thought, purity as well. We have Judgment, which is the energy of making a decision and sticking to it, making a final judgment, making a final decision, or feeling as if you have to, feeling as if you're in the space or the energy to have to make a final decision. And we also have, finishing up the spread in the future position, we have the Eight of Wands. This talks about momentum and forward movement, also fast moving communication, like text messages and things that go pretty quickly back and forth. And the overall energy, the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, this is somebody who is self-sufficient. They've worked themselves into a position through hard work and dedication to live comfortably, almost dang near close to luxury, pretty much. Somebody who lives very well, is very confident and very self-assured. So even if that isn't reflected in your outer circumstances, you're very solid and secure on the inside, and that will be reflected outside, right? You're consistent, you're determined, you're hardworking, all of these wonderful things. And you're also independent, or you have the ability to be independent, especially within a romantic relationship. That's really important. And then we also have the Two of Wands, the Empress, which is represented by the number 3. And we have the Queen of Swords clarifying this Nine of Pentacles energy. So because this kind of is a clear message to me right now, I'm going to start with this energy, this Nine of Pentacles energy. I feel like you are in the feminine, and I feel like you are somebody who is so abundant, so creative, so artistic, so full of life, so fertile. You might actually be pregnant right now. I don't know. And if you aren't trying to be, then wrap it up and take precautions. Because you are in an energy right now of abundance, of fertility, of bringing forth new life, things that didn't exist, things that have not yet been created are at the tips of your fingers. And I know that that sounds so dramatic, but it's real. It's true, right? You are somebody who has the world in your hands right now, and you're ready to move forward and take risks and jump on new opportunities. You're ready to see what else is in store for you. You're incredibly intelligent. You don't lack any kind of logic, but you're also very emotional and heart-centered as well. So we're going to talk, I'm not going to pick it up, but we're going to talk about the Devil into this Seven of Pentacles with this Knight of Cups. Okay, this is the most past energy. Okay, what this means to me is that in the past, there's a particular romantic obsession that you had with somebody. Okay, this is somebody who might have been giving you a little bit of money, or you might have been giving them money. This is somebody who you might have been spending a considerable amount of time with. I'm talking about, this is a long term or like a hefty investment, especially to be made. So you guys might have been together even like 7 years, up to 7 years at this point. This is somebody who has been with you for a long time, to the point where it's gotten you to this kind of emotional exhaustion, maybe even physical exhaustion. I'm not sure if how that might play into it, but it could be significant for some people. I'm not sure if I said that the devil was Capricorn energy already, and the Empress, we have Libra and Taurus over here. So just in case that's important, the signs don't really matter. It's just about the story, and if that resonates with you, right? So you committed yourself to somebody, or you invested in somebody who you felt like you could trust. I also feel like this person represented some sort of addiction or some sort of obsession for you, okay? You might have been in limerence with this person for a really long time. For those of you who aren't familiar with that, it's like something that people who didn't really experience healthy love in childhood typically tend to do. It's like they project all of their romantic desires and fantasies onto somebody who hasn't really given you a reason to believe that or to not believe that. It's kind of this just made up delusion that you place on this person. And whenever they operate outside of that, it becomes an issue for you. You might project romantic desires onto them, that they want you, or that they have this crush on you, or that they, want all these things from you. And why is that important right now? It's because it's coming up. It's coming up. So there's some element of that happening here. There's some delusion or some sort of illusion that's happening, or being maybe even created by this person in order to keep you in romantic relationship with them. There is some aspect of this connection that just feels as if you feel like you have invested a lot of time into this person. You feel like you've invested a lot of time into this person, into this relationship, into this connection, and it may not be worth sacrificing for you. It's like you feel like you might be in too deep when it comes to this person. You might even feel like this person or this dynamic or this connection has some sort of hold over you that you can't necessarily control. And that's where the addictive quality of this relationship comes in. It's because, like, maybe you've called it quits before. Maybe you guys are on and off. Maybe you guys have had issues and you always seem to come back to each other. There's always a soft spot in your heart. It doesn't matter what this person does, or how much this person hurts you, or how much they don't come through for you, or how negative your dynamic is, or how detrimental it is for your life. There's something about this person that you cannot let go of. And I'm not saying it is all of those things, but what I'm saying is that might be the way that you feel, that this person may be inherently unhealthy for you and unhealthy for your life. But that's really your decision to make, obviously. Whether they are or aren't, I can only tell you what I see. And I do see that this person maybe romanced you in the beginning. There might have been a lot of big gestures or just things that they did to make you feel like they were the one. They basically convinced you. And then there became a time where they weren't delivering on all of those things that they promised you, all of the things that they said to you. And I kind of feel like you're in that space right now. You're kind of starting to realize that this person never really had the intention of making good on the things that they said to you or promised you or told you or said they wanted with you. They never really intended on making good on that. They never really intended on fulfilling those kind of empty promises. This person may have been a future faker, which means that they'll promise things in the future. Well, I can't wait till we get married. I can't wait to have a life together. And you're 4 years in and they still haven't proposed. It's like, okay, well, are we getting married or not? Like, did you actually mean that when you said that? It's calling into question this person's loyalty to you, their dedication to you, because you feel like you've invested a lot into this person, into this relationship, into this dynamic. And they might just be saying a lot of pretty words or a lot of things that make you feel good about yourself, or a lot of things that make you feel like there's romance here, and a lot of things that make you feel like you are tied to them. You can't let go of them, like you need to be with them. You might even feel like the things that they say to you are keeping you kind of stuck in this place. And you might feel like all you have is this relationship. You might not be in the best financial situation. You might not be in the best professional situation. You might not be connected to your sense of purpose or your sense of self. And it's almost like all you have is this relationship. And I'm not here to judge you, okay? I'm not here to tell you that you're wrong for that, or you shouldn't feel like that. That's honestly a part of it, right? Sometimes we connect with people and we go through phases in our life where we genuinely feel lost. And all we have, our lighthouse in the dark, is this person telling us that they love us and that they want us, and that they want to be with us, and that they're going to give us everything we ever wanted. And that sounds so wonderful and so good and so easy. You just kind of fall into that. And sometimes it takes a while to wake up and realize, wow, all of the stuff that they said, it never materialized. So that's what I'm going to ask you. I'm not here to tell you what your situation is. I'm just here to provide clarity if I can do that, right? So if this reading is resonating with you so far, how much of what they promised you when they were either trying to get you or trying to get on a certain level with you or trying to get a certain level of access to you, how much of what they promised at that time have they actually delivered on? Okay, because that's really what's going to separate like this person's actions from their words. Because if there's a great chasm between those two things, then there's an issue there. There's a problem with that. You can't just have people sweet talking you all day, keeping you sweet, and not actually following through, following up, and doing what they say they're going to do. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that from my perspective. I'm saying that that's what got you into the position that you're in with this person. And to me, it looks as though that's not where you want to be. So if this is not where you want to be, how can you get into the position to put yourself where you would like to be? And it's by asking yourself that. How much of their words don't actually align with their actions? How much of what they say to you, promise you, commit to you, actually manifests and materializes here in this 3D world that we live in, right? And it's not just out there existing as some delusional fantasy. And how much have you given into the fantasy? I understand, once again, that you might feel like this person is all that you have. I'm never going to tell y'all to leave anybody, because I'm not going to keep you warm at night. This is your choice, your decision. And if you want clarity on it, that'll give you clarity answering that question. Okay. Coming into the future energy, we have the Ace of Swords, the Judgment, and the Eight of Wands. I think confirmation is coming in for you. I think you're going to realize what you may have already suspected or what you were already leaning towards, understanding that maybe this is a time for you to embrace more of your own sense of purpose, your own sense of security within you, rebuilding that sense of self-esteem, understanding that you have so much love and goodness and potential to offer the world, with or without this person. And I think once you take the focus off this relationship, as far as what you should be doing with your life, what your purpose is, how you're going to move forward, once you take the focus off this relationship, you're going to realize that there are so many other things that are specific to you and your purpose that you could be focusing on. It's time for you. I'm not going to say cut them off, don't talk to them ever again, because I just don't feel like that's realistic. Honestly, if you're not in that place already, that's not what you're going to just wake up and choose to do one day, right? And even if you think about it, sometimes it takes more thinking about it before you can actually make a decision. And I'm never going to advise somebody to do something based on a tarot reading. Don't ever listen to a tarot reader and say, you got to do this, you got to, because they don't know your life. This is a general reading. And if this person is providing you with some level of comfort, some level of emotional support, some level of something that keeps you going on your day to day, and you don't have anything else, I'm never going to recommend that you just cold turkey that. But what I will say is that if you take, like I said, if you take the focus off of what this person is doing or isn't doing, and you put that focus on what you are doing or not doing for yourself, I think it's going to shed a light so bright that you won't be able to ignore the answers that you get or the response that you get from the universe when you really say, hey, I really want to know. If you do something as simple as this, if you say to the universe, to God, to whoever you pray to, whoever you believe in, this is not a discriminative, or this is not a place where I discriminate. You can believe in whatever you want to believe in, okay? If you talk to whoever your higher power is, and you ask them to remove all of the people from your life that shouldn't be there, watch it be done. Watch it be done, okay? You ask. All you have to do is say out loud, I don't want to be around anybody who's not meant for me. I want all the people who are not meant to be a part of my life or meant to go with me on the next step of this journey and the next phase of my life to fall away, to be removed, to be released from my energy. And it will happen. It will happen. So If this relationship stands the test of time, it'll be because this person has proven to you that they're not just empty promises, that they're not just a sweet talker, that they're somebody who you can depend on, rely upon, and get that emotional and practical support from as well. At the end of the day, the choice is always yours to make. But once again, I think it's time for you to focus on you. Focus on what you do well with or without this relationship. Focus on your sense of purpose. Focus on your path ahead. What do you want for your life? And whether this person shows up, shows out, or just goes off somewhere, that's their choice. Let them make their own choices. You right now, just focus on you. All right, Pisces, this is what I have for you guys. I hope that this was helpful or enlightening in some way. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And I'll be with you next time.